So we are rounding up international trade. So today we want to talk about free trade. And why do we call it free trade? It is free trade because the exchange of goods and services cut across the world does not have any barrier. So it means there's free movement of goods and services cut across the world. That is free trade. So then we have barriers to trade. What are barriers to trade? Barriers to trade comes through what we call trade protectionism. And for protectionism, it simply means the government uses probably tariffs, quotas, embargo to ensure that domestic firms are able to thrive and compete in the international market. So firms might use different trade barriers. Governments can use different trade barriers to protect the infant industries or the domestic industries. So why do governments have to protect, or why do government have to come up with protectionism? Number one, for new industries. With protectionism, new industries will have time. So with protectionism, new industries might have time to really grow and be able to thrive in the world market. Two, domestic jobs. Protectionism helps to protect jobs that are likely to be a threat from increasing competition. With increasing competition, local firms might start losing revenue, and because they are losing revenue, they might have to lay off workers, and that increases unemployment. And government would not want that to happen within an economy. So government might have to protect the domestic industry. The third one, raise revenue. Government may be able to generate revenue through tariffs. With protectionism, so whoever wants to do importation, whatever businesses that wants to do importation, means it has to pay tariffs to government, and in the course of paying tariffs to government, it increases government revenue in form of tariffs, and government will be able to generate more revenue. So that's another reason why government would want to protect the country. The next one is consumer protection. Government may use protectionism to protect consumers from unsafe products. With protectionism, government can also protect customers, because with protectionism, government might also be able to save customers from unsafe products. That's another reason. Then go to barriers to trade. What are the kind of barriers to trade that we have? The first one is tariffs. For tariffs, taxes on importation, and that could discourage the consumption of imported products. Two, quota. For quota, it means you are quantifying the numbers of goods or services that can be imported into a country. That's another form of protectionism. The third one is embargo. And for embargo, that means there's a ban on importation. That's a ban on importation. But for a ban on importation, it may also lead to retaliation. And the last one is subsidy. I want to talk about subsidy. Subsidy is a financial help from government. So government may be able to financially help the domestic firms so that they can be internationally competitive. And these are different ways in which barriers to trade can occur. So that takes us to the trends in international trade. I want to talk about trends in international trade. What brings about international trade, and what are those things that are relevant in international trade? The first one is globalization. Now when we talk about globalization, we're simply talking about interconnectedness between economies or between countries. So with interconnectedness, it means there's likelihood for international trade. So there's international trade because there's globalization. The second one is transportation. For transportation, the low cost of transportation has made it easier for international trade to thrive. The third one, ICT development. With information communication technology, this allows communication to become easier and better, faster, and that can also mean that there's international trade, because you can be as I am here right now, I could have students, or I could have business partners in China, in Turkey, in Canada, because there's technology and we can always as well see each other at any point in time. The trade agreement, there's also trade with international trade, there's trade agreement because there's different trading blocks, and with trading blocks, barriers reduces for those countries in the same region. The next one is the new market. With the initiation of a new market, it also brings about international trade. So new markets might lead to the initiation of international trade. And the last one is increased competition. For increased competition with international trade, it means businesses can compete with each other in the global market, selling the same products to almost billions of customers. So that's about trends in international trade. The next one is the impact of ICT on international trade. What are the impacts of ICT on international trade? So mostly they are positive. So the first one is faster communication. With information communication technology, trade relationship transactions becomes easier, better, and faster because of technology in terms of communication. Two, increased sales. With international trade, with ICT, it means businesses are able to sell cut across the world through e-commerce and other platforms, and that increases their sales. The third one is improved decision making. Because of information communication technology, information becomes accessible to individuals, to governments, to businesses, and as a result of that, it helps in their communication and it helps in their decision making. The last one is lower cost of production. With information communication technology or technology itself, it brings about efficiency, and whatever brings about efficiency will bring about reduced cost of production. So that takes us to opportunities for Irish businesses in international trade. So with international trade, what are the opportunities with international trade? Number one, access to larger markets. There's access to larger markets. With international trade, simply means firms in Ireland will be able to sell cut across the world. That means firms in Ireland might be able to sell through exportation to billions of customers cut across the world. Two, educated workforce. With international trade, it means experts, skilled workers, elites could come to Ireland, to start or to apply their trade, and as a result of that, bring about well-educated workforce, because they will be exposed to better ways of doing things with different skills from foreigners with different knowledge from foreigners, and that might also improve the education of their workforce and training. And the last one, government aid. With international trade, the World Trade Organization might be involved, United Nations might be involved, European Union might be involved, and all these bodies might be able to help Ireland in terms of economic growth. So what are the challenges for Irish business when it comes to international trade? The first one is high costs. Costs might be high because in Ireland there are few resources that can be used in the production of goods and services. So they might have to do more of importation. And because of doing more importation, that might bring about increase in cost of production. Two, language. Language is a barrier because different countries speak different languages, and that might deter trade relationship between countries. The next one is location. Ireland is located in an island, and as a result of that, it might be difficult for other countries to trade with them. And the last one is cultural differences. Different countries have different cultures, and this might also deter the trade relationship among them. So that ends international trade, chapter 29. Thank you.